Welcome back. Let's shift over to boys lacrosse now, where there were plenty of success stories taking place in Carroll County this spring. Westminster enjoyed winning streaks of 6 and 7 games en route to a 6-0 Carroll County record and the Owls' first county title since 2019. Brady Covey led the way with 51 goals, and Jackson Zaransky handed out a team-best 24 assists. Westminster's defense allowed 5.4 goals per game this spring and only surrendered double digits in the game one time. Winters Mill enjoyed a big surge this spring, and the Falcons went 5-1 in the county, second place in the standings, and posted a 13-3 record 1 year after going 6-8. The Mill beat Gerstel and Century both in overtime early in the season and took county champ Westminster into the fourth quarter before falling short. Reed Postlethwaite led the county in scoring with 55 goals and 72 points, and Camden Deming and Jesse Tobias added 60 points apiece. Another big spring for Manchester Valley as the Mavericks went 4-2 in county play and ended the season at 9-5. JT Calhoun paced his team with 50 goals and 60 points, tied for third most in Carroll County, and Grant Miller provided 31 goals and 26 assists. Century's run as two-time reigning county champs came to an end, but the Knights shrugged off an 0-7 start to finish 3-3 in the county and 4-10 overall. They lost to county rival Winters Mill in the regional playoffs. Leading scorer Jacob Summers had 24 goals and 19 assists. Liberty posted county wins against Francis Scott Key and South Carroll, with the Lions beating the Cavaliers by 1 goal en route to a 6-8 record. But they defeated SC one more time to win a second straight 1A regional title, behind Aiden Ventura's 42 goals and Edwin Blyden's 38 points. South Carroll had a tough start to the season and finished 3-10, 1-5 in the county. The Cavaliers competed, though, with 5 losses by 2 goals or fewer. Cash Stanton led SC with 45 points, and Cutter Stanton led the team with 31 goals. Francis Scott Key struggled to find offense this spring, and the Eagles went winless in county play, but they won 2 of their final 4 games and broke out with 23 combined goals in those wins. Graham Johns led Key with 21 points, and Evan Austin chipped in with a team-high 16 goals. The county didn't crown any boys lacrosse state champs this spring, but Carroll did not lack for great games and close contests. CMSportsNet covered one of those games when Westminster visited Winters Mill on April 25th. It went down to the wire, so let's take a look back at the Owls and Falcons playing in their rivalry game. Winters Mill hosted Westminster on Tuesday, April 25th in a highly anticipated Carroll County boys lacrosse game, with the Falcons needing a win to lock up their first county title since 2012. And the Owls wanting to inch closer toward their first crown since 2019. Winters Mill converts on offense first with a burst by junior Reed Postlethwaite, who gives the Falcons an early 1-0 lead. Westminster answers in a big way. Max Johnson wins the faceoff and goes all the way for the Owls' first goal. We're knotted at 1 apiece. Cam Webb gets in on the action thanks to a pass from Jackson Zaransky, and the sophomore gives the Owls a 4-2 lead late in the first quarter. Westminster leads after 1, 4-3. Winters Mill keeps pace. Kyle Anderson, who missed a chance to score from short range minutes earlier, gets a pass from Will Litz and finds the net. Falcons trail 5-4 with 5:40 left in the second quarter. Camden Deming tries to tie the score here, coming from behind the crease, but Owls goalie Connor McNamara makes the save. After a nice defensive play gets the ball back for Westminster, Webb does the rest and nets his second goal of the game. Owls lead 6-4 and take a 7-4 advantage into halftime. The Owls try to pad their lead, and Mason Fisher takes a rip, but senior goalie Seth Myers makes a nice stop for Winters Mill. Postlethwaite is back on the rush for the Falcons, and he scores here to make it a 1-goal game midway through the third quarter. Winters Mill holds Westminster scoreless in the third, and it's 7-6 after 3. Deming to Postlethwaite seconds into a man-up situation, and Winters Mill draws even with Westminster at 7-7, 7:20 remaining in regulation. But the Owls find the answer 1 minute later. Austin Hardesty nets his third goal of the contest, and Westminster leads 8-7. Gavin Gifford adds an insurance goal with an assist by Brady Covey, and Westminster leads by 2 with less than 4:30 to play. Final score is Westminster 9, Winters Mill 7. Austin Hardesty has 3 goals, and Cam Webb nets 2, as does Gavin Gifford. The Owls are 10-1 and 5-0 in county play. Reed Postlethwaite scores a game-high 4 goals for the Falcons, and Kyle Anderson goes for 2, but they fall to 9-2, 5-1 in the Carroll County Athletic League. That was fun to watch, and the county produced many more moments like that one throughout the spring. From Westminster's triple overtime win in the season opener against C. Milton Wright, to Winters Mill's overtime wins, to Liberty reaching the state quarterfinals once again. Good stuff all around. We selected 5 of the top players in the county as finalists for the Boys Lacrosse Player of the Year. So let's go back over to Brandon Burkhart to see who came out on top.
Thanks, Pat. It's time to see which Boys Lacrosse player stood out above the rest as we reveal the CMSportsNet Player of the Year for 2023 for Boys Lacrosse. And once again, we've got 5 finalists. If you take a look here on the screen, our candidates are as followed. Manchester Valley senior JT Calhoun led his team in scoring with 50 goals and helped the Mavericks to a 9-win season. Calhoun is headed to Frostburg State University next year. Westminster's Brady Covey broke out after missing time last spring due to an injury, but the Owls senior had 51 goals and 63 points, both good for second best in the county. Covey also led his team to a county title. Winters Mill's Reed Postlethwaite finished his junior season with 55 goals and 72 points, both tops in Carroll County. The midfielder was part of a Falcons team that surprised everyone and won 13 games and placed second in the county, and Postlethwaite was a main reason why. Next up is Liberty senior Aiden Ventura. The attackman led the Lions in goals and scoring this spring. Ventura netted 4 goals in the regional final victory over South Carroll on May 15th. Lastly, we have Westminster senior Jackson Zaransky, another standout attackman who scored and assisted his teammates. Zaransky led the Owls with 24 assists and collected 44 points, and he also had 4 assists in a big win over Manchester Valley. And without further ado, the 2023 CMSportsNet Boys Lacrosse Player of the Year for this spring season is Reed Postlethwaite of Winters Mill. Postlethwaite set the tone with the first goal of the game in the Falcons' playoff win over Hammond, and he netted 4 goals in Winters Mill's first county win of the season versus FSK. Pat Stetzer took a recent trip to Big Mill to chat with Reed about his remarkable season, so let's take a look.
This year's CMSportsNet Boys Lacrosse Player of the Year, Reed Postlethwaite, Winters Mill High School. Reed definitely helped the Falcons sort of come back to prominence this year, and he was a big reason why. When did you know, Reed, that this year was going to be special? Was it the first day of practice, or did it take a couple weeks for you to realize this team could be really something this year?
I think it was definitely we had a strong few practices in the beginning of the year, and then coming out and beating Gerstel in overtime really gave us that momentum in the beginning of the year, just to come out and just fly around.
There was a lot of talk about the county being strong, and maybe they didn't think about Winters Mill right away. When did you see it from other teams that they were taking you more seriously this year, as compared to a couple of years ago?
I think definitely the Century game was when everyone was kind of like, wow, because, I mean, it just kind of woke everyone up. Going in there, we knew it was going to be like a season-changing kind of game, so it's good.
Led the county in scoring this year, and I believe in goals as well. And that's not something you think of at the beginning of the season, but as the season went on, when did you start realizing that there's a lot of good players on this team, but when the Falcons needed a goal, maybe they went to Reed?
Yeah, definitely starting out, we had some scrimmages, and we have a good offense, so a lot of the guys get involved. Camden had a lot of points this year too, so it's just nice to kind of share it with the guys too.
We were out there a couple times. You had big crowds for a lot of the games this year. The community got involved again. This program has a state championship on its resume, but it has been a little while since it's been competitive. What made it special this year? You guys took Westminster right down to the last quarter. Really good game. Was it just a feeling of like, hey, we're back and we belong with the other teams in the county?
Yeah, exactly. It's nice to kind of get that culture back here at the school. Last year, I think we went 4-8, and this year we came to like 13-3. So it's just really nice, and we had some good chemistry on our team, and I think it just carried throughout the whole season.
Now you'll graduate some good players, but you're going to bring some back as well. Yeah. What are you most excited about to kind of take the program in the next level, the next step?
I mean, we got a lot of young guys. I think we'll have some solid returners next year, and I mean, we're already planning with coach, like game plan and stuff. So just be excited for next year. Barely any break. You're already thinking about 2024. Exactly. Yeah.
Reed, congrats on a great season and good luck next year. Reed Postlethwaite, the CMSportsNet Boys Lacrosse Player of the Year. Back to you, Brandon.
Well done, Reed, and congrats on a great season. Now let's head back over to CMSportsNet's Pat Stetzer.
Thanks, Brandon. Don't go anywhere. Later in the show, we'll make our pick for Athlete of the Year for the 2022-23 season. And Brandon Burkhardt will be back with recaps of tennis and track and field right after a quick break. Don't go away.
Hi, my name is Ryan Finn. I'm a graduating senior at Century High School, and I did an internship at the Carroll Media Center. I selected this internship because I play basketball, and I saw the CMC at one of our games. I'm very interested in journalism and broadcasting, so it was like a perfect fit. Day-to-day stuff, I would do different type of blogs, reporting, covering, giving out highlights. In the fall, I'll be planning to attend Ohio University to major in journalism and minor in broadcasting. I would definitely recommend the internship at CMC because you work with a lot of great people and you should give it a shot.
Congratulations, Reed Postlethwaite.
The CMSportsNet Boys Lacrosse Player of the Year is sponsored by Genova's To Go. Locations in Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, Hanover, and Eldersburg. Genova's, pizza, pasta, subs, and more.
This fall, local athletes take to the field, and CMSportsNet will be there to cover all the action. Become a sponsor, and you can get your business in front of thousands of viewers each week. So contact us today and learn how CMSportsNet can work for you.
Hey there, I'm Pat Stetzer.
And I'm Michael Duffy, inviting you to join us for The Score and more.
It's our new podcast, and each week we'll talk about high school sports in Carroll County. We'll share information about upcoming games, highlight coaches and athletes, and much more.
We'll even try to have a little fun along the way. Don't miss the Score and More podcast presented by CM Sportsnet.
The Score and More Sports podcast is available online at carrollmediacenter.org and on a variety of podcast channels.
What does it take to cover local high school sports? It takes staff and volunteers, equipment, training, and community support from people like you. You can help by making a donation to the Community Media Center today. Your gift is an investment in our community, our schools, and most of all, our student athletes. We want to expand our coverage to include both boys and girls sports, but we can't do it without your help. So please, make your donation today and help us bring high school sports to every screen in Carroll County.